Breakfast time.
Right, so here we are then. I got my morning coffee.
Good morning. I'm eating a croissant.
Croissant.
Yeah. What do you say it? Thank you.
Say morning, Paolo.
Morning.
Morning. This is our friend Paolo, who works in the officer's mess. He's a good guy. So we're about to go and do duties in a minute. So I'm going to finish off the coffee, and then I'm sure Cass will sneak me in this video somehow later.
What a hectic morning. I'm giving out tickets all day. Well, not all day, till about midday. But it was really busy, and now it's gone quiet, and I'm just waiting around now. But that's the shuttle bus table for you. Fun times. And I've got rehearsal in a bit, so see you then.
I got chatting to a really nice couple, and it was a bit of fresh air, so it wasn't too bad. And then to cheer them up, we went back to the cabin and we had hot chocolate.
We got so much shit.
Our friends always makes everything better. Doesn't it, Mark?
Yeah. We just watched Sabrina called Duff. It was hilarious.
Duff?
Duff. D-U-F-F.
Oh.
Designated fat ugly person.
No,
Fat ugly friend.
designated ugly fat friend.
Ugly
Like in every group, there's one like ugly fat girl that makes all the popular pretty girls.
Oh my god, that's so true! Joking.
And
Yeah, come Mean Girls-y. Oh, cool. I wanna watch the film.
So good.
We are doing our vocal and physical warm-up in a minute, when everyone gets here. It's about time!
I'm on time.
Great ending, Dan.
So, today, when the captain tried to get into, where are we? Helsingborg or something. No, where are we?
Oh, it's in Sweden.
Somewhere in Sweden. When we tried to get into dock this morning, the wind was basically too high, causing a massive swell, and we had trouble actually getting into the port, so it caused a bit of a delay, but when the wind actually dropped in the end, we managed to get in. I was on shuttle bus table, as you saw, but it can cause a few upset people and problems because of everything's basically been delayed. And that's one thing I just wanted to say. I think if you're considering a job like this, you have to be willing to learn how to deal with not very happy people, basically. It's quite a customer facing role. It's not just about singing and dancing at the end of the day. You're front of house as much as the reception are. So when I was sitting on the table, I was asked quite a few questions about when are we getting in, what time will we be back, should I go for lunch, and it can come across as quite silly. And
because Cassie was driving the ship and it was all her fault. That's what they think.
it is what they think. So you have to just learn how to have a bit of a thick skin and basically just deal with it and keep cool, and you will get better at it the more you do it. So if it's a bit of a shock to your system at first, don't worry, we've all been there. And not that we're perfect at it now, we're still learning how to deal with those sorts of situations, but I think it's something you just get better at the more you deal with. So you kind of have to put yourself in that situation and be willing to try and help out, willing to try and explain the situation in order to get better at it each time.
One thing that gets us through, doesn't it, Cass, is reading like motivational books.
Yeah.
Particularly The Secret and The Power by Rhonda Byrne.
Or
the film. It's
gonna
not
help me a
easy
hell of a lot.
working on a ship. Not all jobs are easy. Every job's got their different, things, different difficulties. But we just find that really helps us. Positivity is really important, and motivation as well. And if you can, I've got a Kindle, which is great for being away because you can download very easily books, whatever at the click of your fingers straight away. But yeah, motivational books, they really help us to life.
No, definitely.
Be positive with passengers.
It changes the way you think and deal with situations, and that's really helpful because no one teaches you that kind of thing in life. You just have to figure it out, and that's kind of helped us deal with certain things, and also how to be together as a team, because there are 9 of us, 4 girls and 5 boys, and we have to live, eat, sleep, socialise, work, everything together, and it can become quite difficult mentally as well, you know, because these guys are weirdos, so how am I supposed to live with them, you know? Don't be afraid to just communicate and be honest, and that's been our main learning curve, hasn't it, throughout this contract. But when you've got a problem with somebody, just be honest and speak to them about it, and then usually, more often than not, it's just dealt with and forgotten about within a day. Whereas if you don't, it can last months, it can last weeks, and just it festers on the skin and becomes a big drama for no reason whatsoever. So that would be my advice: is be honest and open and communicate. But yeah. So we're just waiting now because basically, as I was saying about the ship being all delayed and everything, our rehearsals got delayed as well. So we're actually now rehearsing, it's 5:30. We've done our vocal and our physical warm-up, and we're waiting to get on the stage to do just a full run of our show before this evening's actual show at 8:45 and 10:30. So I will check back in with you later on, but yeah, I thought while we're sitting here I might as well just explain a few little things about how today's gone, because I feel like that's a sort of typical day. It can happen, things don't go to plan, you get grumpy customers, and it can affect your mood as well, as long as you deal with it in a, you know, professional manner, and don't let it get to your head basically, because at the end of the day you're only human. We're all here as singers and dancers, so we weren't really trained how to deal with this sort of situation. Just learn to cope, don't you guys? Yeah. Okay. What have you got there?
Oh, I'm just checking my respacing because
Michelle's a good girl.
when I'm with Charlie and all that.
Yeah.
I want to dance.
So we've got a few spacing changes, as I said before, because of Dan's not in this show going through. So I'm going to do the same. Actually, that's good.
Dan's my partner a lot in this, actually.
No, you don't really. Yeah. Michelle's missing a partner. She's got a new partner now. It happens, but get on with it. Clocking out for Din Dins. Got my costume set for the show. Woohoo! And we're just gonna head for dinner now because we started rehearsals at about 5 o'clock and it's about 6:45 now, and the show, we've got backstage for 8 o'clock, so we've been rehearsing for quite a while and I'm absolutely hungry.
Hello, we're about to be ready, steady, go. Get our 60s up.
And on the tour tomorrow, as always, please assemble in the lounge.
Hello, we're about to do ready, steady, go.
Hello, we're about to do ready, steady, go.
Throughout the day, a number of hop-on, hop-off buses.
Oh, listen to the hop on, hop off
Our
bus.
independent services.
Because I want to do that.
Yeah, crew get it for free. If you show your crew card, you get it for free.
Let's do it.
Guys, this is really embarrassing. We're wearing the same dress.
Guys, I said I was going to wear this one tonight.
Well, I wanted to wear it too.
Shoulder up.
Heading towards the aft, there's a
Big bag.
15 minutes up to the Little Mermaid.
No, Mermaid, what?
Just walking around directly into the city. Walking out there. Bridge. There's information on your daily plans tomorrow as well about independent travel.
Bring the sound good, Jen wants to speak.
You do enjoy your stay.
It looks like a split. It just looks like a split.
Till 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Whoopsie.
I'll sew it in between shows.
Enjoy your stay here in Copenhagen. Thank you.
This is backstage turning to the sound booth.
Ready? Steady?
Is everyone set to go?
Yeah, we're ready, steady and ready to go. I'm in the wrong costume. What we're doing?
Oh, you didn't get the bin bag memo.
No.
With multicolour.
our PVC club. Oh, well, I'll join in the next medley then. Let's go.
Bin bag pride, haters back off.
I got everything.
Copenhagen. That's it.
Alright, this is for Emma.
Lovely, Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie's just signing her mic out.
I'm about to show you something really beautiful. Are you ready?
Okay.
Right, this is my favourite part after the show. Cassie reveals her eyebrows. It makes me howl.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look at those beauties.
So pretty.
So,
we finished Ready Steady Go when we were hanging out in the cabin, but Cassie's gone and fallen asleep. I think she forgot to say goodnight, so because she's too tired, I'll say goodnight for her because I'm her best friend. So, good night, everybody. This is what happens when we do shows. We get really exhausted. Love you all.